Join Bev Lazar, spiritual mentor, Reiki master, psychic medium, with Shelly Greenlaw, doula, yogi, and intuitive energy healer. Two sisters walking the path of spirit to share their experience and advice in all things energy, intuition, and beyond. The Empath Sisters.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Empath Sisters. This is Bev here.
Hi, it's Shelly.
Welcome back. We are so excited to be here, and we are here to just catch up with you all. It's been a little bit since Shelly and I have been able to spend some time doing Empath Sister stuff. We've been so busy, but following up on our last episode, we were talking about chakras, and that was so awesome. We've had a few people reach out and just comment, and so that's been lovely. So we were chatting earlier here, and Shelly and I have decided we'll probably do like a deeper dive into chakras, hey, Shell?
Yeah, we will. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of people actually talk to me about our episode, which was lovely. Thank you so much for those ones that reach out to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, we definitely will do a deeper dive into each chakra and like the meanings and even the physical stuff, so that you can
Yeah.
kind of understand and learn just a little bit more about
Yeah.
each chakra and what they do. So yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Can't
Just
wait.
more awareness. It's always helpful,
Yeah.
understand yourself a little bit more, or maybe what else might be going on. So yeah,
Mm,
so stay tuned for that, of course. So
yeah.
yeah, Shelly and I have been so busy. Honestly, I didn't even like I'm usually always busy. I just feel like I didn't expect it to be so busy. I don't
Yeah.
even know why even I don't even know how that even just seems any different than
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man. But I guess that's just what it's like. It's just I'm so in it that it's just so hard to sometimes peek above and go, oh yeah, right. Okay, this
Yeah.
is what it's always been like. So I don't understand why it doesn't really surprise me. But yeah, so we both have been so busy, and we just got a lot of good things going on, and serving people, helping people, doing events, and yeah, just all the good stuff. So super grateful, actually. I just want to say I'm super grateful for everybody that has been to see me all the years and so far this year, and who has trusted in me to work with you. I'm super honored. And the growth this year in people has just been amazing. Not that it hasn't been any other year, but there is a huge I don't know, just a huge expansion of just awakening people and just like ready to learn, absorb, and they're just
Yes.
like they're just in it. They're ready and they're going. And it's just been so awesome to see. So I don't know, have you been seeing the same in yours?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, and like you even said, like, busy and doing all the things. And like I literally just had a client yesterday and it
Mhm.
was so funny because I actually hate the word busy because,
Yeah.
yes, we can be busy and it's
Mhm.
a good busy, but I hate
Yeah.
the word because sometimes we just don't make the time for us, right? And so I was
Mhm.
saying that to a client yesterday, and it's, you know, as much as we say that word a lot, we just really need
Mhm.
to just try and remember, like even what Bev said, expansion, like just really absorbing everything. And for myself, like I can't remember if I mentioned this last time or not, but like I went on a vacation, and when I came back from vacation, I got super sick.
Yes, you did.
I was like, "Oh my god," I was so sick, and, like, I felt forever, so it was like, I swear to God, it was like 3 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
and the minute I kid you not, like, the minute I go to the doctor,
Yeah.
and all she gives me is just a nasal spray, that's all she gave me because I was fine like, everywhere else, just my nose
Yeah.
was still bothering me, and she literally gives me this spray, and I come home and I use the spray. And that night I was like booked solid.
Yeah.
It's like the universe was like, you're better. Get back to
To
work.
work.
And
There, you got what you needed. Now get on it.
yeah. And
Oh, I know.
I haven't had a break. And
Yeah.
it's, I agree with Bev. I am super grateful, and I really am honored to be back to work and, serving people too and helping people. And it's been amazing, because I agree. Anybody that has come to see me, they are literally awakening, and they are slowly just, throwing away that autopilot, right?
Mhm.
That autopilot of just go do the same thing every day. And then all of a sudden they just woke up and was like, hey,
Wait a minute.
yeah,
Yep, that's what I call the like, you're done surviving,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's just you've been in survival mode and you just go, go, go. And then all of a sudden you just wake up and go, holy shit, I want to live my life.
yes,
And it's like,
exactly that. Yeah,
right. And it's just like, I
exactly.
want to go and do this. I want to do that. And all of a sudden you're just so aware
Yeah,
of your life and what you've been doing and what's been
yeah,
going on and how you want to make those changes. And just like you want to go and travel or just all the
yes,
things that just feel like they raise your vibration and the things that you want to do and
yeah.
the changes that you want to make. And it is that is what I love. I
Me
love seeing
too.
that
I love
happen because
watching that too.
oh, I know. And I've been through it myself. And that was
Yes.
years ago where I was like, okay, you know what? I have a choice and I am done surviving and I literally want to live my life. And it's been amazing. Not that
Yeah,
surviving wasn't amazing. That's all still part of my journey. And I'll never deny that, and it's just made me who I am. But it is so beautiful to just see where and what I have done up to that point and then making that shift and then going consciously like, okay, I'm going to start living my life and just being really, really present.
yeah,
And I just love every moment, even just to this moment right now, sitting here, you and I doing this,
yeah,
had to come into alignment for this to happen. And I wouldn't change that for anything. So it's just,
exactly. I agree.
just
Totally.
been so amazing. So I'm just so, yeah, super
Yeah,
grateful to
yeah.
see so many people waking up in that way and just wanting to do the things. And it's like, just go do
I
it. That's what we're
know.
here for,
Exactly. I
I'm just
know.
like, woohoo,
Yeah.
join the
And
club. So,
And I totally get that, I've had a few clients who, even though they're having this, moment, um, they feel afraid. And
oh yeah,
I
of
I
course.
try my best to, kind of, give them support, but at the same time, I want them to realize that it is for them, and it is, to help better for them as well, for them to
Mhm.
connect to them.
Yeah.
You know, whether that's on a soul level or physical level, however you want to look at it, it is about getting back to the self, coming back
Hmm.
to you. And, like I
Yeah.
said, it's like that autopilot thing, we go in through life with, the same thing over and over, or you're in the same role every day, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden you just kind of like, whoa, what did
Yeah.
I just do? Or you feel like you haven't done anything, you have no purpose, you have, all the things. So it's nice to just see that. But at the same time, I know it can be scary, but
Hmm.
it's amazing if you take that leap. And we all have free will. You can choose what you want to do. But at the same time, if you take that leap and you really
Hmm.
connect with yourself, you're going to see amazing things. Really. It is just, I
Well,
love it.
and that's what can be scary is because it's unfamiliar. And
Right. Well,
when you're
the
surviving,
unknown, right?
you're very disconnected. You're not
Mhm.
connected with yourself. And so when you become connected and it's like click, it's almost like as if you just come back into your body and then open
Right.
your eyes, right? It's the same thing. And it's like sometimes that is scary because it's like this is so unfamiliar that what am I supposed to do now?
Mhm.
Like it's just you view life differently through a different lens. And when that happens, it's kind of like you picked up a new book and you start looking through it and you're like, I don't know
Yes.
what's going to be the story in this book, but I better start reading and see what happens. And so it's not to be scared of it. It's just read it,
Right.
read each day and just move through it. That's the whole point. It's not the like thinking thing anymore of like, I got to do this, got to do that, I got to this. And yes, we still are humans and we're going to have that stuff in our life that
Of
we just
course.
have to do the things.
Yep.
That's normal. However, on the flip side, this is creating that balance for yourself of like, feeding your spiritual side, your soul self. And this is where you get to like, you know, connect with yourself in whatever way that looks like, whether it is meditation, going for walks, going for a swim, going away on a weekend, playing with your
Whatever.
cards, like
Yeah.
painting, you know, knitting,
Gardening,
gardening.
reading,
It doesn't
whatever.
matter, whatever feeds your soul, raises your vibration. Because once you start doing that for yourself inside, that overflows to everything else around you in your auric field and in your life. So then you start changing the vibration and the energy that is flowing into you and around you, even people in your own life. You kind of just affect them that way too. So
Well, it's
yes, it can be scary, but
yeah, it's
just
funny you
take it
mention
a day at a time, page
about
by
reading.
page. Yeah.
Like, you know how, well, I have a book club, and
Mhm.
this past month was a book that I remember reading
Mhm.
almost 10 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe. Because I remember you read it first, and then you were like, "Oh my god, Shelly, you need to read this book."
Yeah.
And I remember reading it, and it changed my perspective of everything, uh,
Mhm.
at the time, especially for, you know, our parents and people in
Just
general.
healing.
Yeah,
It was
and
just when we were healing.
yeah, and this time in my book club, for some reason, well, I know the reason, I needed to bring it into the book club again because I wanted other people to read it because it is such a
Mhm.
good book.
Yeah.
Not only just because it's a good book, when I read it for the second time this time,
Mhm.
I it was different. So,
Mhm. Of course.
like what Bev said, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to take what you can, you know, align with, and the rest you just give away, right? So
Yep.
even though I read it 10 years ago, I took something that I needed at that time. And then this time I took something that I needed it for this time was for myself. I
Yep.
learned more about working on myself than, you know, when I read it 10 years ago.
Of
So
course.
that happens with everything. So you
Yep.
just have to really just be willing and open-minded and take the faith of, you know, just really connecting with yourself.
Well, and that's that I find what is scary for people is because when you're in survival and you're in the think state, it's a plan and it's a knowing and it's a control thing. And
Correct.
humans like control. And so when you move into this place of awakening and it's like, oh my gosh, I view it this way. I don't even know what to do. There's no plan.
Right.
And that's why it's so weird. And it's really to just because your soul is awake now. And now you're just going to be led by your soul. And this is why it's not a think thing, it's a feel thing. So
Right.
let yourself move through each day and just allow yourself to flow with life because that's what it's here for. The minute you start resisting it, I'm going to tell you, you're going to start to have lots of issues, whether it's
Yes.
physical or, oh, this didn't work out or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the minute you start to resist life, it is super, super hard. So if you can get out of your own way
Mhm.
and allow yourself to just flow with it, I swear on my life, it is so easy. It
Yeah.
literally just, it is such a beautiful rhythm. It's just
Yes.
this dance that you move through
Mhm.
and you just allow. So it's basically what I call it is acceptance. And then also it's just to surrender.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's a scary thing. So whenever you feel ready to do that, I promise you will love it.
Yep.
You'll absolutely love it. But doing that is the hardest thing because
Yeah.
we're weird creatures that way where we
Yeah.
really like
Well,
control. So we just want to like hang on. It's very scary
yeah.
to let go of something that we've known for so long. And it's
Right.
not that it's going to be entirely different. It just changes slightly, but it's just a feel thing instead of like a think thing. So
Right.
it's
I was
just
gonna
different.
say
It's
we
just a
just get
different
in our
book, different
heads.
lens. Exactly.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just in our
So
heads.
it's been it's just been so awesome, watching people go through all of this over the years and, being able to assist them on that has been amazing. And right now, so many more at different levels. It's just been so cool. So, and
Yeah.
like right now, we're just in an eclipse window. So I was telling Shelly earlier, I'm so grateful for how I have been moving through this eclipse window. So we had our new moon in Aries just before we went to Taurus season. We also had a solar eclipse. And so then we have the full moon in Scorpio on May the 5th,
Yeah.
which is going to be a lunar eclipse. So we're in this huge eclipse portal right now. And so really it's going to go one way or the other way for you.
Mm.
And the analogy I like to use is like imagining one apartment building and then there's another apartment building next to it. and you're basically jumping out of the window, out of that building, and you're going to try to jump into the other window in the other building. So we're kind of in that jump right now. You're kind of leaving big stuff behind. You're not bringing it with you. This is why you're not bringing all your stuff, and you're packing your shit and we're going to move it over to the other apartment. You are literally leaping in. It's like jumping timelines. You're like jumping out of this window and jumping into the other window. So you're leaving that stuff behind and you're just going to start fresh. That's what this window is all about. So in the window, it's either going to go really well for you or it's going to go a little bit, not so much fun. So the analogy I would use is like, say you are deciding to renovate your home. So if you renovate your home and it's like, okay, we're renovating, contractors are coming Monday at 9 o'clock, and Monday comes and 9 o'clock and nobody shows up. Oh, that's great. Of course. Right. So now you got to go find somebody else and do all this stuff. Okay. So it's either going to be that flavor, or it'll be, okay, we're renovating our home. And then all of a sudden, Monday, you get an email and your marble from Italy has arrived. Oh my God, that's I can't believe it's here, and it's just like things are going really, really well. So it's kind of going to be like that. And I was saying to Shelly, for myself, it has been that like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. It's been flowing really, really, really beautifully. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yes, I agree.
However, the
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde is also in effect here. So ever since that started, I've literally had so many issues with every electronic piece that I have. Nothing seems to want to work. Nothing connects at work. I can't even process payments. And then my cell phone, Shelly keeps telling me I have do not disturb, just specifically on her. So apparently
does it because it's me.
apparently I'm not allowed to talk to Shelly, or Shelly's not allowed to talk to me right now, but nobody else. It's just the strangest thing. I've shut my phone off like a gazillion times. Like, I just don't get you. Anyway, but then I'm like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde. It really shouldn't surprise me. The last time we had a Mercury retrograde, my car just stopped working and it just left me stranded because of course it's basically run by a computer. So it was just like, time before that, I was having issues. My whole door panel, window, everything wouldn't work anymore. The time before that, it was like my car wouldn't, it was having issues. Like it was telling me that I had to like watch out for pedestrians, and like I had all these alarms going off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. So that stuff doesn't ever surprise me. So been wild energy. Then these solar flares, like this ascension that's going on, and the headaches and the fatigue or the shoulder neck pain. It's like, it's like it doesn't end.
Yeah. I have to agree. I've been going with the flow as well. And I haven't had those, like, of course that happened or nothing like that. I've been grateful for that as well. I'm very thankful for that. But I have had the tiredness, the fatigue in my neck. And so, I'm definitely feeling that, but everything else, no, I'm not. I'm actually like I said, it was like, bam, the moment I was much better from being sick, that no, it's been good. So
That's so
very
good.
happy with that. Yeah. So, but
that's how I feel. Went through that death rebirth. Now I'm in this rebirth stage of like, woohoo, all the new stuff. So it's been so lovely. So, and in this last little while, I had a huge, kind of like upgrade, where it's kind of like a ram was like swapped out in me. That's what the best analogy I could use. Of course, I love analogies. So that's what it felt like. And it's been really cool since then, of everything that has been coming through. And honestly, also in my hypnosis sessions, when I do hypnotherapy, most of my clients know this, or people might know this, that I basically trance in this other woman doctor, basically, who does my hypnosis sessions. And so I'm just kind of like, I start the beginning, and then boom, she just comes in, takes over, and then I kind of come in at the very end. And maybe that's a little too out there for some people, but that's okay. You'll just tell me, wow, your voice totally changed when you did this. And it's like, yeah, that's why. So what also happened in this like swap is that I had a new one come through. And it's been crazy. It almost feels like I'm like a smoker first. Like I'm just like, like I just don't even know what is going on with my throat. But like like when you have something stuck in your throat and it tickles and it feels all weird. And so like it causes you to cough and like do all that. Okay, I feel nothing. Okay, I don't feel anything. It's just happening.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, great. Somebody's coming in, right? Adjusting my
Yes.
vocal cords. And it's just this weird sound. And so I don't know. I don't know, but that's something that's extremely new for me. So I thought I would share that.
For me, honestly,
Yeah.
I have been, this is weird maybe for some people too, but like for me, it's been more about taste and smells. Like,
Mm.
I'll be like, do you smell that?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like,
Yes.
and I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, somebody's here, or
Yeah.
the taste part, I will, unfortunately, when this happens, it is
Mm-hmm.
not the greatest taste.
Mm-mm. No,
Oh,
they usually
I
aren't. I
I
never
don't
taste anything good
I know, like, why can't I
ever.
taste
Why
something like
can't I
lemon
taste
pie or
cinnamon
something?
buns or something?
Yeah, but no, I have to taste like, oh,
Nasty stuff.
yeah,
That's
like,
what I
sometimes
taste. I'm
it's
just
like,
like, ugh,
yeah,
it's disgusting.
I know. Sorry,
I'm gonna put that out there. Could maybe one spirit bring me something nice
but
to
yeah,
taste? I would just like
exactly.
to
Could I just
experience that.
taste something really good and not something bad? Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, unfortunately, I've noticed an increase in that, and, I yeah, lots of I don't know. I don't know. Already that in my household, there's always something going on. And,
Mhm.
even in the spiritual realm, there was always something going on in this house. And, yeah, things have been more active, we'll just say.
Thank God I'm at home. Thank God I'm not coming to visit for a while. Oh, I get no sleep
Yeah,
at your house.
I know. And I think that's, yeah, I actually had, quite a bit of activity, and I feel like I need to do a real thorough smudge in the house this time.
Well, even if you smudge, I feel like for you, you just need to basically set some boundaries with these people because
I
you're kind of
have,
like, it's okay, it's kind of cool. And then we go out and you're like, when we come home and you're like, hey, party's over, we're home now. See,
yeah,
so like you're totally allowing this shit to happen. So I think, you smudging, they're probably just gonna laugh at you. what is
probably.
what is this she's doing? What? Are you kidding me? Come on. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
That we hang out here. Gives her something to talk about. So
yeah.
anyway, I think you need to set some boundaries and be like, listen up,
Well,
everybody. Let's just tone this down a little, okay?
yeah, yeah. Well, and it's funny you said that because I actually did do a boundary the other night because
Well, that's good.
well, I mean, I have done it in the past, but yes, I do agree. Yes, there's some times where I'm like, I don't care. I really find comfort in, I know it sounds weird for you people out there, but it does. I find comfort in knowing that I have people around. But this time I was kind of like, I don't know, it just felt a little different. So I remember putting the boundary up
Mm,
in my bedroom for sure, because I was in my bathroom and I thought it just, I don't know, you know how it
felt
is.
invasive, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I
then
like, no,
okay.
yeah, like, okay, and so I called in, all the people that I call in, and I just said, okay, please put, things around my
I
bedroom.
just was thinking, okay, I probably would have turned around if I felt that and I was in my bathroom. I probably would turn around and be like, okay, pervert. Get, get out.
Yeah, well,
When you, but
definitely
it
did
kind of
not
feels like
feel
that.
in well, I felt it, but it wasn't behind me, it was in front of me. So that's why
Mm.
I was like, "Oh, okay, my boundary obviously has been not up again." And, so then I was like, "No, this is it, done." So,
Yes.
but like I said, I called in my people, and I did put, it on the outside of my home, around the home, and so it has calmed down.
Oh, good.
but I feel like it does need a smudge because I haven't smudged it since we moved in. So that's almost 2 years. So I
Oh
think
my
it's time.
God. What? 2 years? Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like
know.
on the monthly, if not more. Like, holy.
I know.
I'm
So
just
that's
gonna bring
why I
my own
said I don't
smudge
think
when I
they're
come
going to
over.
laugh. I think they're going to be like, "Oh, she means business."
Oh, we went a little too far. She's mad now. We pushed it a little too far. Well, shit, if I would have known that, I would have brought my own smudge. I would have just smudged my own room when I stayed at your place. Like, get some sleep. I'd be like, I mean business.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Leave
that's
me
what I'm saying,
alone.
like, I've
Oh
been
gosh.
like how it's like that spring cleaning feeling,
Of
you just
course.
clean everything. Yeah,
Feel good
that's what I'm getting.
refresher.
So, yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna probably be this weekend just because we're having beautiful weather this weekend, so
Nice.
windows and all
Open some
that.
windows. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well,
Yeah,
no wonder you feel like energy comforts you. We did grow up with
we
spirits
did.
all the time. So I mean
We
it's
did.
it's familiar,
Very,
right? I mean,
very.
I don't have a problem with it either. I mean, I
Oh,
have my
no.
boundaries of who's allowed to be around and stuff.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, that brings me comfort. I have no problems with that. It's just like, hey, feels like a
I know.
bed and breakfast sometimes, this grandma pops in or whatever, so
Right.
it's kind of nice. But
Exactly.
yeah, that stuff, I'm like, just I'll just see you at work. Can you
Yeah.
just show up over there? I'll just be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good
See, and
with
it's a little
that.
different for me at work because a lot of the people don't open the door for that, even
Yeah.
though, um, sometimes they just come through, they don't care, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I don't go past that boundary. I don't say to them, "Oh, somebody," unless I get really pushed.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be something, like,
Yeah.
made, but a lot of the times that door isn't open, and
Yeah.
I think a
That's
lot of
right.
it is why I feel so much more at home because maybe
Hmm.
I do bring them with me. I don't know. Maybe
Hmm.
I do, maybe I don't, but at the same time, yeah, I agree. It just gives me comfort knowing that they are around because, like, we
Hmm.
we grew up that way. Just something that I'm not, I mean, I shouldn't say that. There were times, yes, there was scary parts in our lives when we were like, "No, they're not welcome," but at the same time,
Hmm. Of course.
obviously, we've evolved and learned over the years what to do and blah, 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 but at the same time, it still gives me comfort knowing that I have
Hmm.
spirits around and I don't care. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
No.
It doesn't
No.
bother
It
me.
does. Spirit doesn't bother. I mean, I talk
No.
to them for a living, so
Yeah.
it don't
Yeah,
really bother
exactly.
me. I'm just like, eh. But that's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay. I have gotten to that place to feel comfortable and I feel safe and secure
me too.
in the work that I do and who I'm communicating with and all of that stuff. And that's been for a long time. So
Yeah,
I I'm at a place where that is I feel confident
yeah,
in that stuff and not
yeah.
in an ego way, just
No,
in a
no, no,
knowing
no,
way.
I know, that's the thing, that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, it's not about being like, "Oh, yeah, like, you know, I'm
Yeah.
so good at," like, no, none of
Yeah.
that.
No.
It's just that comfort thing. I even just talking about it right now, I can
Hmm.
feel the love and the support that we get out of it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
so, to
exactly.
me, it's not about that, it's literally about, having that knowing, I
Hmm.
guess, of them
Hmm.
being supportive and being around, and it's not just spirits that I don't know, it's spirits that we do know,
Yeah.
knowing that we have our family members or friends and, that are surrounding us with love, so
Yeah.
it's just a comfort thing for me, but yeah, but I feel like spring cleaning, so it's
Hmm.
time to
That's a good idea, Shelly. And don't
so
wait till the full moon.
no, I was thinking about doing it on the full moon, but I feel like it's gonna be this weekend that I'm gonna be doing it because
Yeah. You felt into it, you know what you need to do.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly, so, anyway.
oh my gosh, so funny. I just shake my
I can't
head.
tell you that, that I haven't smudged in a long time.
So wild. Like, what is wrong with you? Oh,
Well, it's no different than me, I don't know, they're just some I don't know, I find I'm a very different person
Mhm.
most, you know, when it comes
Yeah.
to that stuff. But, you know, I'm the one that loves to go to cemeteries. I'm the one that likes to do
Yeah.
those things, but that's a lot to do with this. I don't know. It just gives me comfort for some reason.
Yeah.
Just does.
Maybe you've just died so many times in past lives that like
I probably
cemeteries just
have. I
bring you
mean,
comfort.
God,
You're like,
look at me this
home.
stuff. Seriously, like, think about even how many times
Oh, I'm just
this
kidding.
lifetime I've, you know, it's like, what? Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so
I
funny.
don't know. It just
Spirit
does.
all around. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's weird. But anyway,
Mhm.
yeah. So, moving on. We won't continue talking about that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Bev said in the beginning, you know, we have been quite busy and we haven't really been on, you know, too much social media and
Yes.
podcasting and all the things, but I know we say this probably every time we are on, but we swear we are putting the right intentions. It's
Of
just that
course.
we need to like, you know,
I need the universe to give me more time.
but that's the thing, you know, like
But that's
that's
okay.
another word like busy and time, right? Time
Mhm.
is like another word that we just, even though there is time, because we, you know,
Yeah.
humans made time, but we do have the time. It's just we have to, I feel we have to just prioritize and figure out what is important to us and what, you know, to make that
Mhm.
effort, right? And
Of
so
course.
that's all it is really. And it's not that we're trying not to make an effort into this, what, you know,
Of
what we
course.
love. It's just
Yeah.
that there's obviously other priority, you know, that kind of,
Things that are just coming first right now. And I have to
yeah,
say, you know, like I've I've had a lot of things that have come up that just do take priority right now in my life.
right.
And
Yeah.
and it's just one of those things. And doing Empath Sisters is our fun thing.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you know, so I remind myself that this is our fun thing and we put as much effort when we can into this and because we love it so much. But however, we still have the other things in life that we have to do too. So
Yeah.
um I know this would be different if this was like our full-time job. However, it's just not at this time. And
Right.
so, you
Yeah.
know, and I also, you know, remind myself that you know, the things that I've been doing, I also have to take time for myself and to
Yes.
allow myself that permission to take those breaks. And even if it is taking a break from empath, which I had to because we were away and even
Yeah.
Shelly was sick when she got back. And it was just things that were just, it's just life. And it's
Yep.
just kind of how it goes. And we're just going with it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yes,
but
I forgot to
we
even ask you, how was your trip? Did you have a good time?
I did. Um
That's
I
great.
did have a great time. There was so many signs, and I feel like I would love to share that in an episode for sure because I feel
Yeah.
like it has just like there's just so much to share of like all the things, and it's just so beautiful. It was literally, I just keep telling everybody, it was just really magical
Yeah.
in because we were going to Mexico to do a celebration of life for my mother-in-law, and it was just us siblings, and it was just magical because it was just she was everywhere and it was
Yeah.
just beautiful and amazing. And my dad, even our dad had showed up, and that was like mind blowing as well. And
Yeah.
so these, yes, I would love to share.
Yeah.
But yes, it was wonderful. I did burn, of course, even though I SPF'd like crazy, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Wow. That's just not for us.
It's just,
It
you
doesn't
know,
matter.
it's just hot and it's sunny and
Yeah.
it just happened. And
Mhm.
so that's okay.
Yeah.
So I basically stayed out of the sun most of the time, you know,
Yeah.
covered up and stuff like that. But it was still nice to be in a really beautiful, warm place and to take a break. And I haven't had a holiday since I think 2018, 2019. I think it's
Oh,
been a
oh.
very long
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it was just really beautiful and to connect and share that time with my husband's sisters. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just so
Good.
good. Yeah.
Mm.
So
And
then
I
it
can't
was
wait
like,
for
you
you
know,
to
you
share
come
it with
back
us.
and you're like back
Yeah.
to work.
Mhm.
So it's just been like
No.
No holds bars, go, right?
No.
Just like when you got your nasal spray. And then it was just like, okay, you're
Back to
on.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You're
Yeah.
running now. So yes, so it's been so great. I'm so happy to be back. I love everything that's going on right now in my life. And it's just that there's so much good stuff. And I'm just grateful. It's a big
Yeah.
word. So, but yeah, maybe on our next episode, I will
Yeah, I was just gonna
share.
say, I think next episode you can
Yeah, for
share.
sure.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do that.
let's do
Yeah.
that. I will share my whole journey.
Experience.
Oh,
Can't
yes,
wait.
it's been so amazing. So yeah, thank you so
Perfect.
much.
All right. Well, that will be our episode for today.
Yeah.
And again, thank you so much. Really, we really, really appreciate each and one of you, honestly,
Yeah.
being patient with us and just kind of like Bev said, going with the flow and
Yeah.
of us and how we truly love this because it is so much fun and we love
It's
doing
so fun.
and we hope to continue to you know obviously do more episodes, but
Yeah.
thank you so much for being patient and
Absolutely.
thank you so much. And so thank you so much for tuning into Empath Sisters. We're sending you love, light, and gratitude wherever this may find you guys.
Yes.
Take care.
Love to all. Take care, everybody.